Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol. Who's going to become undisputed and who's going to win this fight? But before we talk about who's going to become undisputed and who's going to win this fight, let's take a look at their latest performances, in which Artur Beterbiev fought Anthony Yarde, in which Artur Beterbiev started off great, rocked Anthony Yarde in round 4.
Openings in Anthony Yarde, who's more settled and getting clipped, the legs underneath.
Artur Beterbiev then dropped and put a lot of punishment on Anthony Yarde, and Anthony Yarde's team see enough and stopped the fight in round A.
Anthony Yarde to continue. How will he deal with the onslaught from the beast?
After this, Artur Beterbiev wanted to fight Callum Smith, in which Artur Beterbiev started off very fast and rocked Callum Smith in round 4.
He's in big trouble here and him. Headshot after headshot, trying to.
Artur Beterbiev then dropped Callum Smith twice, and Callum's team see enough and stopped the fight in round 7.
Mauling at short distance, biting the girts going into the ring. This is over.
Now let's take a look at Dmitry Bivol's latest performances, in which he fought Lyndon Arthur, in which Dmitry Bivol took control of the whole entire fight, landed some great combinations, dropped Lyndon Arthur in round 11.
Is he going to let Bivol, or is he going to let Arthur off the ropes? He's going to work it. And that body shot.
And obviously Dmitry Bivol ended up taking it by decision.
Dmitry Bivol.
Now after this, Dmitry Bivol wanted to fight Malik Zanat, in which Dmitry Bivol dropped Malik Zanat in round 1. Dmitry Bivol landed some great shots, rocked and put a lot of punishment on Malik Zanat, and the rest see enough and stopped the fight in round 6. And based off the latest performances, I got Artur Beterbiev winning this fight.
Now, this fight is the fight that everybody is excited for because this is probably the most 50-50 fight of the year. Yes, we had Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk and Vergil Ortiz versus Sergey Bohachuk, but now we got this fight that I believe is the hardest fight to predict, as I can guarantee you that nobody's going to be betting big money on this fight, and I think we all know why, but let me just say why, and that is because both men are undefeated, with Dmitry Bivol having a record of 23 wins, with 12 of those wins coming by knockout, and Artur Beterbiev having 20 wins with an 100% finish rate. So just based off the record, you can see why it's a very close fight. So now let's talk about the style of fighting, because that's another reason why people view this fight as a 50-50 fight, because both men have very different and unique styles of fighting. For example, Dmitry Bivol has mastered the Soviet Union style, which has allowed him to beat every single style and every single opponent he has faced, and it's how he was able to beat an apple from Canelo. And if we look at Beterbiev, well, he has crazy power in both hands, and his style is just straight up action for every second of the fight. He looks to come forward and end his opponents, so that's why it's a 50-50 fight, because it's going to be very interesting to see both men's style clash and to see which style beats who. So now let me tell you how this fight is going to play out. Well, I believe that if Artur Beterbiev is looking to come forward and pressure Dmitry Bivol, that is going to be his biggest mistake in this fight, but it's also a mistake that he can't avoid, since that is his style of fighting, but it's going to lead to him losing this fight and possibly getting knocked out, because Dmitry Bivol's style works best when fighters are forcing him and are pressuring him to fight back, and we've seen this against Malik Zanat. So I got Dmitry Bivol winning this fight, because what people are forgetting is the obvious, and even Roy Jones Jr. brought this up, and that is the fact that Artur Beterbiev has already been dropped, and he's the older fighter, being 39 years old, meanwhile Dmitry Bivol is only 33 years old. So when a fight is this close, you have to look at every single factor that could play a big role in this fight, and like I just listed, Artur Beterbiev has more downfalls going into this fight than Dmitry Bivol, so I got Dmitry Bivol winning this fight and becoming undisputed champion.